Let's check out X-Force's Nightcrawler, X23, and Warpath. So what's up everyone? Today's unboxing video, we're going to check out from the X-Men Wave Nightcrawler, who is wearing his X-Force uniform, and X23 and Warpath from the X-Force 2-pack. So let's check it out. Probably start with Nightcrawler. So here from the X-Men Wave is Nightcrawler. It is a Build-A-Figure wave, Marvel's Nemesis. The top you have the X symbol. Here at the side you have Nightcrawler. Back, different picture of Nightcrawler. All the figures that come in the wave and the figure that you build. Here you have Nightcrawler. Same picture that was on the back. Marvel Legends. Let's get them opened. So just real quick before we get to Nightcrawler, some of the accessories he comes with from the Build-A-Figure wave is the helmet and also the back piece. So taking a closer look at Nightcrawler, he is again in his X-Force uniform, the gray and black, the X symbol here. The little marking around his eye is somewhat new to me. I haven't been up to date with the comics for a long time. Let me know if it's a tattoo or some kind of battle scar, but it looks more kind of like a facial tattoo. I think this is a re-release from the X-Men 97 wave. I have the figure, I just haven't opened that one yet, but let's kind of see what accessories he comes with. So he does have his default head and open hands. He does come with a yelling head or battle cry and 2 fisted hands. He comes with 1 gripping hand for his sword. Thankfully, the fingers are somewhat pliable because they're basically kind of closed. When you get the figure, you kind of have to pry his hands open far enough to hold the sword. Let's check out Nightcrawler's articulation. His head is basically on a ball hinge, so you get definitely left to right. He can look up basically, pretty much all the way. He can look down, pretty good. Also, he can bury that chin into his chest, clavicle, whichever you want to call it. He does not really have hardly any tilt. His arms can go pretty much all the way. The little shoulder pad here will kind of get in the way, but the arm will just move fairly easily. There is a bicep swivel. He does have a double elbow joint, so if you wanted to pat himself on the back, he can. There is a butterfly joint, so his arms can come back pretty far. They can come forward a little bit more than normal without a butterfly joint, but unfortunately he can't really cross his arms. It would be cool if they were able to do that, like some other brands can, but the shoulder can go past 90, so you could do more of a Y pose than a T pose. There is a swivel at the waist. and he does have really good ab crunch and back bend. The legs can come up about this much, out almost all the way, and back just a little bit. There is a thigh swivel, double knee joint. So, yeah, he can definitely kick himself in the lower back. And the feet will go up about this much, back about this much, and can rock side to side. His tail will rotate. Unfortunately, there's not a bendy wire. That would have been cool if Hasbro would have done that you can get it into more poses. But yeah, that's Nightcrawler's articulation. I will say Nightcrawler definitely has some good articulation to get him into some nice poses. But yeah, so far this Nightcrawler is pretty awesome. Would have been cool if they would make his BAMF accessory, but I guess that would have to be custom made because it could be somewhat big. And well, if they did that, then Hasbro would make this figure more expensive. But they should at least make his tail with a bendy wire and a way that he would be able to hold a sword with it, because he's seen doing that in the comics a lot. And also let me know in the comments below, is this the Nightcrawler from Age of Apocalypse? That's I remember a lot of the characters having facial tattoos then. So yeah, let me know if he's from the Age of Apocalypse universe. So did you pick up this figure or did you pass him up? Let me know. All right, let's check out the 2-pack of X-Force's X23 and Warpath. Here on the side, you got the X symbol, Warpath, and X23. Pretty much the same pictures on the back. Same pictures here on the side with their names, Marvel Legends, and the X symbol right here. Let's get them open. All right, let's take a look first at Warpath. Again, with the X-Force outfit, the gray and black, a little bit of red here in the X-Men symbol on the buckle and in his eyes. I think this is basically mostly a reuse of the other time that they released Warpath. You can basically tell with the pins in the arms and the pins in the legs. That doesn't really bother me. Basically, it's a toy. I don't know why a lot of people are triggered one way or the other, but overall, he's looking pretty good. Let's take a look at some of the accessories he comes with. So starting off, he does come with fisted hands. He does not come with another face sculpt. Just a quick side note, be careful with the wristbands because they can come off. And he also comes with 2 gripping hands for his huge knives. And on the back, he does have a place to store the knives, basically like a double sheath. His head, I believe, is on a ball joint. Let's find out. Yeah, his head is on a ball joint. He can only look up hardly at all because of the hair. He can look down some. Definitely looks down more than he can look up. His head will rotate left and right, and he does have some tilt. The arms will go all the way around pretty easy, and they come up to about close to 90. There is a bicep swivel, a little bit of a butterfly joint. You can see it better here on the back, but he can pretty much go pretty far. His elbows will only go about to 90. Those huge muscles do kind of get in the way. And the hands will rotate, both the gripping and the fisting hands. Um, Unfortunate that these only go in and out instead of up and down. You would think with weapon holding hands like a sword or knives or whatever, you would have up and down articulation instead. The body will twist left and right on the upper part. There is no waist swivel. He does go side to side pretty good. A hula hoop action going there. He does have good ab crunch and pretty good back bend due to the articulation here in the ab. The leg will come up to about 90, comes out, not quite 90, and not a whole lot back. There is kind of a double knee joint, but only goes about up to here. He can kind of kick his own sheath with a little bit of force, but the huge leg muscles kind of get in the way. There is a thigh swivel, and there is a swivel at the boot. The feet will go about pretty much all the way, comes up to about this much, and can rock side to side. So the articulation on Warpath is pretty good. Um, Again, I just wish he had an alternative head. Yeah, I think Warpath is pretty cool. Uh, Definitely trying to see if I can finish the X-Force team. I do have X-Force Wolverine and X-Force Deadpool. X-Force Archangel is on the way sometime soon. Let me know if you've already picked this up, and are you going to try and finish off this team? Also, let me know in the comments down below if you think Warpath should be a bigger person in the movies, unlike in Days of Future Past, where they had a smaller person playing Warpath. Um, you saw how he was next to X23. Warpath should be a pretty big guy. Let's check out X23 again in her X-Force uniform, the gray and black. Her belt buckle is silver or gray, with, that's up to you, with the red inside. Um, I don't know of other releases where they show her feet claws coming out. Her first X-Force figure didn't have those, and it only had the one head. This one comes with a couple. The detail overall looks nice. The one thing that's going to be a pain in the butt is the floating belt. I'm sure if you wanted to, you could probably glue that down. The one thing that will get in the way of articulation is the hair, just because it's not a soft plastic. I think they might have made a change to that. Also, I think the body, I don't know if it's on an older body because of some of the lack of articulation. We'll get into that later. But let's see what else X23 comes with. So first off, the figure comes with the teeth bared, claws are already popped. X23 comes with their masked face that is screaming, growling, war cry, and two-fisted hands. And she also comes with a pair of open hands, like she's trying to scare you, like boo. Also notice that mine has a little QC issue right here. I guess some paint or whatever, but I'm sure that can be fixed. Definitely in post with photos. I also do kind of like her windswept hair, but that's still going to get in the way of articulation. So the head is on a ball hinge. Uh, like I said earlier, with her hair, she really can't look up hardly at all. She can look down some. You just have to use that hinge. So she can look down pretty well. I don't think with the hinge, yeah, she really can't look up. There's basically no tilt, and she can turn her head left to right. So the shoulder will come up, I would say about 90, and we'll go all the way around. The left arm will have a little hindrance because of the hair. There is a bicep swivel and double elbow joint, so her arm comes up past 90. There is swivel at the wrist, and all the hands can go in and out. So she can twist left to right, but there's not really a whole lot of ab crunch or back bend. That's really a shame with this figure. Um, they should have made her with an updated body that she could get that articulation. The legs will come up to about 90, out about this much, and back hardly any at all. There is a thigh swivel, and her thighs will rotate a little bit with that joint there, but you can see that there is a thigh cut. Double knee joint, so her leg will come up about this much. There is a swivel at the boot. The feet can come down about this much. It'll go up about there, and will pivot side to side, and definitely don't want to be kicked by her. Also, I would be careful. I thought they were glued on, but apparently these bracelets or the end of the gloves do come off. When I tried earlier, just a little bit of tugging, they wouldn't budge, but when I removed this hand, it came off. Luckily, it didn't fall. So with her limited articulation, she can still pose pretty well. Um, Wish they would have given her some butterfly joints. This type of character definitely could use that. And again, too bad they didn't give her the updated articulation in the body just to get more range. Uh, she definitely would have benefited from that. But overall, I'm pretty glad that I have this 2-pack. That way I can finish off the X-Force team. Uh, I just wonder if they're going to do another X23 later down the line, because I saw some of the updated version pictures of the Psylocke 2-pack, which I don't want to get into. That was just a whole cluster, if you try to get that order. But Psylocke does have some articulation here in the mid body. That would have definitely helped. This figure, uh, we'll just have to wait and see, I suppose. So here we have Nightcrawler, X23, and Warpath from the X-Force team. Uh, Glad I'm closer to almost finishing that team out. Just waiting on X-Force Archangel. And I know I forgot to mention them, but I do have somewhere the 2-pack of Psylocke and Phantom X, if I'm remembering his name correctly. But yeah, definitely glad I got these three. I might put a picture at the end with these three plus Wolverine and Deadpool. But basically, that's going to do it for the video. If you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up. Let me know if you're going to get this team or not. Let me know one way or the other. But that's going to do it. Simo says, collect what you like. Be awesome to one another. Till the next video, I'll see you later.